Good evening. It is I, your boss, your ruler, the Emperor of the Underworld, master of all things unholy, the King of Darkness, the one that showed you everything you love in this world. Drugs? I made those. STDs? I created those. Porn? I created it. You take any of those things out of your life, and what would you be? Nothing. Just a sack of skin and bones ready to see me. Oh, don't worry. I don't judge your appearance. I judge the heart in your actions. And I must admit, I like what I see. I just came back from collecting an unfortunate soul that wrecked from the results of a police chase. Honestly, do you really think the American government is going to simply give up from chasing you after you finish robbing 3 banks? What is with you humans of your obsession with money anyway? Little pieces of paper with dead people on them whose souls I most likely collected eons ago. Paper that is so insignificant that a mere flame or breeze can stop them. And yet, many of you would end your very life at the chance to hold them, to add them to your bank accounts like a sick trophy collection, buying things that none of you can take with you once you're gone. All of you sicken me. What a waste of time and breath. Now I know why so many of you are so unhappy. But I digress. I know why you're here. You want to know yet another one of my stories about how great I am, as if my accomplishments have anything to do with your lives. But if I am nothing, I am honored, so I accept your meaningless praise. You are all like dogs that are tricked into taking medicine with peanut butter. I suppose I could tell you the lesser-known story from Boston, Massachusetts, called the Great Molasses Flood from the year 1919. At that time, I was wandering around the city, anxiously awaiting the plethora of souls from World War I. I knew that the start of the war would have so many casualties that I lusted after. What can I say? Souls to me is like crack to a baby. Or was the phrase candy to a baby? Whatever. You humans and your idiosyncrasies. Anyway, I knew that the war needed more workers to produce metal for guns, armor, and ammunition. So I knew the best place to look for souls were children working in these factories. During those days, able-bodied children could work in these factories like adults. Due to the nature of the work, many would be amputated by heavy machinery, but other accidents were much more fatal. I know, you're thinking, I thought children were innocent. Wrong. You all must not have heard or seen the Good Son movie starring Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood. Google it, you idiots. As I was saying, I was looking for new souls when I started feeling a little thirsty. Normally I would go for some wine, but I was in blue-collar work now. The working class doesn't drink wine but beer. So, to keep up with the theme, I decided on drinking beer too. Now I'm a being of exquisite taste, so that piss water that you humans drink today wouldn't even be feasible for my demons to drink. And believe me, they drink blood. No, I wanted a beer that was crafted from molasses. So I strutted my way over to the Purity Distilling Company, where they had tons of the stuff stored in a massive, questionably built tank right in the middle of the city. Now, normally, I wouldn't interfere with the brewing process. I respect the art of fermentation, but let's just say I was heavily under the influence of my own ego that day. I walked in, demanded a taste, and the workers, because they were human and therefore easily intimidated, hurried to oblige. I took a sip, and let me tell you, I was disgusted. This, I sneered, is garbage. I've had better drinks in hell, and we distill our liquor from the tears of the damned. The head brewer looked nervous. Well, we could, tweak the recipe? Tweak? No, my dear fool. We revolutionize. Now, I may be the Lord of Lies, but I take my beverages very seriously. I wanted stronger beer. I wanted better molasses. I wanted something so potent that a single sip would make a man rethink all his life choices. So naturally, I worked my magic. I made the molasses richer, thicker, more alive. And that's when things start going south. Apparently, I may have overdone it just a little, because a few days later, as I was lounging in my usual cloud of malevolence, I felt a rumble in the city. At first, I thought it was an earthquake. Then I realized, nope, that was my molasses. The tank couldn't handle the demonic density I had infused into it. The whole thing burst like a piñata filled with sticky doom. A 25-foot wave of supercharged hell molasses came crashing through the streets of Boston at 35 miles per hour, sweeping up buildings, carts, people, and probably a few very confused pigeons. It engulfed everything in its path. People tried to run, but do you know how impossible it is to outrun liquid demon goo? Spoiler alert, very. The best part, the smell of molasses lingered in Boston for decades. Literally, my mark was left permanently, like a bad tattoo on the city's history. Of course, the humans called it an accident. Faulty tank construction, they said. Thermal expansion, they theorized. Fools. You really think it was just bad engineering? No. That was me, baby. The real architect of chaos. And yet, despite my masterpiece of destruction, do you know what lesson humanity took from this? Oh, we should probably build stronger molasses tanks next time. Not, maybe we should store millions of gallons of the thick, syrupy substance into a rickety tin can in the middle of the city. No, just better tanks. And that is one thing I tolerate about you humans. No matter how many lessons I throw at you, you always miss the point. Always. It's almost adorable. That's all the precious time I have today for you fools. If you like what you heard, please feel free to follow me if you're not doing that already. And please, tell your friends about me. Advertising can be such hell.